So we are now in the session 2. We have to read the line. Ano ba yun? We have the slope, the intercepts, and the domain and range as well. Okay? So yan naman ang gagawin natin for today. So without further ado, allow me to share to you this part of the story. Okay? So this kid ay naglaro ng skateboard. Siyempre, si skateboard, gustong-gusto nila yung rampahan, di ba? So, ngayon, rumampa yung batang to, yung rise niya ay 3 feet. Pero, for every 5 feet yon na mag-run ng skateboard. So, ang tanong dyan, how steep is too steep? Okay? So, ngayon, para malaman natin, yung run kasi nung batang ito is 5 feet. Tapos yung rise niya is 3 feet. Paano natin malalaman how steep is too steep? So ngayon, ah, ibahin natin yung concept. No? Continue lang natin. Alam natin ang slope ay equal sa steepness. So when we are looking for the slope, of course, mahanap natin kung gaano ka-steep ang isang bagay. So dito, the slope can be represented as m, and slope measures how much something rises for every run. So alam natin na ang slope ay equal sa rise over run. Tandaan natin na ang slope ay equal sa rise over run. Change of y over change of x. Okay. So dito na-identify natin yung rise. Ang rise natin is 3 feet. Okay? At ang run natin is 5 feet. And then we simplify that, of course, yun yung pinaka-simplified form, the slope is 3 over 5. Again, the 3 is the rise, the 5 is the run. Okay, so we are now dealing with a positive slope. Kagaya nga na nakikita nyo dito, ang line natin ay pataas, hindi naman pababa. Kaya siya positive slope. So, ang sabi dito, the bigger the rise for the run, the steeper the ramp. In other words, kapag mas malaki daw yung rise kesa sa run natin, mas steeper yung rampa. What do you mean by steeper? Medyo pataas siya. Okay, mas mataas yung rampahan niya. So ngayon, let's have a guided presentation about slope and y-intercept method. Okay? So, meron tayo ditong binigay na function. Noon kasi, nung session 1, ang ginawa natin, ginraph natin siya using points. Now, y equals negative 2x plus 5. Hanapin natin kung ano ba ang slope. Ang slope niya, very simple. Katabi ng x, that is negative 2. Okay? That would be the slope. And the y-intercept, we all know that already. The y-intercept is positive 5. Okay? So, ngayon, since alam na natin yan, na-identify natin yung step 1. We identify the slope, negative 2, and the y-intercept na pwedeng i-represent as b, that is 5. Okay? Ngayon, may tanong ako sa inyo no? Using that equation, paano ba natin mahanap yung y-intercept? Paano ba natin nasabi talagang 5 yung ating y-intercept? Very simple. We have to set x be equal to 0. Okay? So ngayon, ipa-plug in natin, we have y equals negative 2 times 0, yung x pinalitan ng 0, plus 5. This one will be cancel out because 0 naman ang sagot dyan, plus 5, ang y natin is equal to 5. Okay? Kaya, ang y-intercept natin ay 0 and 5. Kapag ang x ay 0, ang y-intercept natin ay 5. Tama. Doon sa equation pa lang, kitang-kita na natin agad na 5 or positive 5 yung ating y-intercept. Okay? So, the next step number 3, we have to find the x-intercept. Para mahanap natin yung x-intercept, kailangan daw natin iset yung y be equal to 0. Pag naset na natin yung y be equal to 0, papalitan natin to ng 0. That is equal to negative 2x. Kokopyahin mo lang yan, plus 5. Okay? So, para mahanap natin yung x, kailangan natin ilipat by adding both sides 2x dito sa equation natin. So, we have 2x equals 5. Yung 5, walang nagbago. So, dividing both sides by 2, dinivide mo both sides by 2 para ma-isolate na lang yung x. Siyempre, sa kabila, nag-divide ka ng 2 kay 5. The answer must be 5 over 2. Sir Ice, pwede ba nating i-represent yan as different form like decimal? Of course, pwede naman. So we have 2.5 kung gusto nyo naman yung decimal point. So, we have the x-intercept. Ang x-intercept natin ay 2.5, yan yung x, at ang y natin is 0. Okay? O kaya naman, kung gusto nyo fraction, 5/2 and 0. Mamaya, ipapakita natin kung saan ba natin makikita yan. So, now, proceed tayo sa step number 4. The step number 4 is we are dealing with the domain. The domain is a linear function, has no restriction on x. Okay? So, lahat ng x value dito, yung horizontal axis natin dito, titingnan natin kung tatama ba yan, kung pasok ba yan, kasi yun ang magde-define ng domain natin. Okay? So, as you can see, the domain would be all real numbers, negative, from negative infinity to positive infinity. Kasi kahit anong x naman ang pwede natin gamitin eh. Mapa positive, mapa negative, mapa zero. Okay? So, ibig sabihin lang nun, wala tayong restriction, walang limitation para dito. Lahat ng real numbers pwede mong gamitin sa x. Again, lahat ng totoong numbers ay pwede mong gamitin sa x. Okay? Kung sa graph natin dito ay negative 5 lang nakikita nyo, pwede nyo rin gamitin yung negative 1,000, negative 1 million, negative infinity. Kung dito naman, hindi nyo nakikita yung 0, yung nasa gitna, pwede nyo rin gamitin yon. Kung dito 5 lang nakikita nyo, pwede nyo gamitin yung positive 1,000, positive 1 million, positive infinity. Okay? Kaya ito yung domain natin. Okay? So, step 5, we are dealing with the range. Para mahanap natin yung range, sabi dito, since the line is not horizontal, m is not 0, kasi baka pag slope natin ay 0, syempre horizontal line yan, it extends infinitely upward and downward. Okay? Ibig sabihin lang nun, ang range natin, ganun din. Tuloy-tuloy lang din yan, no? Wala rin katapusan from negative hanggang positive infinity. All real numbers din. Okay? So, ito yung mga final answer natin, no? Ang slope natin is negative 2. Ang y-intercept natin is positive 5. Ang y-intercept natin kapag coordinate naman is 0 and 5. Ang x-intercept natin is 2.5 and 0. Okay naman 5/2 and 0. Domain is all real numbers. Range naman all real numbers. I-plot natin, no? Uh, umpisahan natin sa y-intercept. May coordinate points tayo from 0 papunta sa 5 pataas. Ito po yung first point natin. That is the y-intercept. Pangalawa, alam natin 'di ba yung slope, 'di ba meron tayong tinatawag na rise over run? Ang slope natin can be written as ano kasi, as negative 2 as rise over 1. Okay? Yung rise natin, negative 2. Sir Ice, paano maging rise niyan? Negative siya. So, ibig sabihin ba nun, Sir Ice, di ba ang rise natin pataas baba? Since negative siya, bababa tayo ng dalawang beses? Opo. Kaya maglalagay ako ng highlight dyan. Okay? So Sir Ice, dito naman may 1 kasi dito, 'di ba? Parehas kasi siyang isusulat, parehas na siya as negative 2 pero para masulat natin yung run, naglagay tayo ng 1 sa baba. Ibig sabihin sir, nun Sir Ice ay magmo-move tayo to the right ng isang beses kasi nga positive siya. Of course. Okay? So, nasaan na ngayon, Sir Ice, yung second point natin? Ang second point natin would be this. Okay? Bumaba tayo ng dalawang beses at pumunta tayo sa kanan ng isang beses. Yan ang tinatawag na rise over run. Ngayon, isa pang point ang kailangan natin. Nahanap natin yung x-intercept, di ba? Ang x-intercept is 2.5 or 5/2. Saan makikita yon? Ang x ay nasa horizontal axis. Ang y ay 0. So, bandang nandito po yun. Okay? So, yung kalahati sa pagitan ng 2 and 3, nandyan po ang x-intercept. Di ba kapag ka mag-plot lang naman tayo, kailangan lang natin ng tatlong collinear points, tapos extend na natin yung line, at meron na tayong graph. Okay? So, ito yung isang paraan para mag-graph ng ating linear function, okay, using y-intercept and slope of the line. Okay? So, yan na po. Yan na po yung ginawa natin using the intercept and slope. Nagawa po nating mag-plot ng tatlong points and we extend the line, no? Tatlong collinear points lang po ang kailangan natin. So that's it. That's the other way around. So this time, guided naman ito. Let's graph negative 2x plus 5 using a table of values. Of course, choose natin yung x value. This time, ang x value natin ay, ito yung ginawa natin last week. No? So, pumili tayo ng x values. So, we have the y value, ginawa natin. For x is negative 2, plug in lang tayo. Malalaman natin yung mga y. Okay? So, yun ginawa natin, binalikan ko lang, no? Iko-compare lang natin kung parehas ba. So, yung table of values, sinulat po natin, may tatlong column, x, yung function, tapos yung coordinate. Nasulat din po natin yan. And then we plot the points. So, we have negative 2, 9, negative 1, 7, 0, 5. Yun yung y-intercept kanina. Di ba? So, we have 1, 3. Ito yung slope. Tapos, 2, 1. Tapos, kung titignan nyo po, tumama siya sa pagitan ng 2 and 3. So, that's the other way around naman. Ito yung first method na tinuro ko sa inyo. Using the given points of the line. Nag-plot po kayo. So, now your mission is this. In your group, you have to graph equation, label everything, and be ready to teach it to someone else. We will work as a group or small group at ililabel nyo lang po and you will present that later. So ito lang gagawin natin, no? Write in slope intercept for form, y equals mx plus b if needed. Plot natin yung y-intercept, yung 0 and b. Use the slope, rise over run to find a second point. Draw the line and label the slope, x-intercept, y-intercept, domain, and range. Ito yung gagawin ng group 1. Ito yung gagawin ng group 2. Okay, group 3, group 4. Okay, gagawin po natin yan sa ating classroom. Okay, group 1, ito po, group 2, group 3, and group 4. So, mag-gallery walk tayo after that. Titingnan natin kung tama ba yung nakuha nating mga intercept, slopes, and kung tama ba yung pag-plot natin sa line. So as we close this activity, the fastest way to find the slope and y-intercept method, okay? So first to identify ano ba yung slope, ano ba yung y-intercept. Yan yung muna yung gagawin ninyo. Pangalawa, i-plot natin yung y-intercept. Na-plot natin yung y-intercept, that's the first point. Pangatlo, use natin yung slope. Baba tayo, rise, tapos run tayo. And then maglagay tayo ng point doon. That's the second point. And third, draw the line. O kaya kung nahanap niyo yung x-intercept, ilagay niyo na yung x-intercept doon. Tapos, extend niyo na yung line para tatlo yung points na magagamit po ninyo. That's the easiest way to plot or to graph a particular linear function. So, exit ticket, yan. Sa classroom natin gawin yan. Today we learn a line can be drawn fast and accurately when we use slope and y-intercept method. Okay? So for your reflection, I want you to type your answer in our comment section. What is one thing you will remember the next time you graph a line? Okay? So take time to answer this reflection. Patingin ako ng mga sagot nyo sa ating comment section. And I hope I will read that further. I will see you in our classroom. Again, ways forward. So, this time, i-extend nga natin yung mga natutunan natin. Go out. And then, hanap kayo ng pwede nyo picturean, tapos measure nyo yung slope. Dito, ito yung mga example na ginawa natin, no? So, pinicturean ko kasi yung ramp, tapos nahanap ko yung rise na 1.2 meters, run to 3.0. Hinanap ko yung slope niyan. Then, nagpicture din ako ng staircase, hinanap ko rin yung slope niya. Tapos, yung road sign, hinanap ko rin yung slope. So, kayo rin, patingin ako naman ginawa ninyo, hanap din kayo ng pwede nyong hanaping slope. Isang bagay na pwede nyo pong hanapin yung slope. Siguro yung measurement natin, i-fix natin as meters na lang. Okay? So how to estimate the slope? Very simple. Identify straight line. Measure the rise, vertical change. Measure the run, horizontal change. And compute the slope using rise over run. Yan po. Di ba? So, yan po ang gagawin natin. So, example na lang para mas maintindihan ninyo. Nahanap ko kasi dito sa ramp na to na ang rise ay 1.2 at ang run ay 3.0. So, ang slope natin would be 1.2 divided by run, 3.0. So, when I calculated it, so we have 0.40. The 0.40 would be the slope. So that would be your performance task. Bring your photo and your estimated slope to our next discussion. Siguro kung wala kayong pang-print ng picture, kahit drawing na lang sa notebook or sa isang papel, no? Tapos ipapakita nyo sa akin sa classroom sa session 3 po natin. Okay? So, that's it for today, teacher. Math is everywhere. Look closely, measure smart, understand the slope of the world. And that's it. That's the session 2. Reading the line, slope, intercept, domain, and range. See you there. See you sa ating classroom. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig.